got that we haven't?
You mean apart from about 50 years head start?
She can't remember a line, she can barely move, and she certainly can't act, but listen to them.
It's the English disease.
Comment ça va?
If you go on doing anything for long enough, the great British public will learn to love you.
Even if you do it badly.
Especially if you do it badly.
You're taking your course from here?
Present.
I think it's a close thing.
What?
Who dies first, Sarah Bernhardt or the tour?
Good night.
Good night.
Old ladyship. Hang about, girls.
Hi, Catherine, Miss Leader.
Listen. I want you to do me a favour.
Not another cut in salary.
What do you take me for?
We remember Morecambe.
I was nursing the show then, I explained.
What were you doing in Sheffield? Burying it?
I found a new backer.
Oh.
Theatre buff. Money, no object.
What's the catch?
None. He's just very anxious to make your acquaintance.
Oh, not again.
Shame on you.
Theatrical impresario and white slave trader.
All I'm asking you to do is to be civil to him. Just butter him up a bit.
Well, it'll cost you. Dinner.
Both of us.
Done. Bless you. Both of you.
Act 2. Patrick?
Coming. I'll come and rescue you in half an hour.
I'll speak to him.
Good.
Yes, my love.
A word in my dressing room.
You want to play with the boys tonight?
You mean poker?
Yeah.
And thanks, I've got a date. I hope he's nothing like that furry from Cleheaton. You mean the Ernest Borgnine look-alike?
Deep breath. Do it for England.
Hello, hello.
Hello. I'm Herbert Millet.
As in Mays?
I'm sorry?
Joke.
I don't quite follow.
Millet, Mays, you know, so as in Mays.
Ah, yes. But my name is spelled M-I-L-L-E-T-T-E.
Well, it was a pretty corny joke anyway.
Don't make a meal out of it.
Sorry, it's a sort of private game.
I see.
Pat Lewis.
How do you do?
And I'm Suzy Starr.
Yes, by Jove.
Would you like a drink?
Yes, thank you.
Help yourself.
Would you have a glass by any chance?
Yes.
Thank you.
How'd you like the show?
Oh, awfully good. Especially you.
Good.
Both of you, of course.
Good. Excuse me.
Slap-off time.
Thank you, Patrick.
It'll be better tomorrow. I'll speak to them.
I could kill them.
Of course, we wouldn't be here at all if it wasn't for wonderful people like you.
Oh, don't say that.
It's true. What do you do? Apart from backing shows, I mean.
I'm a toy manufacturer.
Really?
Really?
Oh, I should think that's a jolly satisfying job.
Well, as a matter of fact, it is.
And profitable?
Well, it can be, if you do it on a large enough scale.
And do you?
Do I what?
Do it on a large enough scale. Make toys, I mean.
Well, I'd say I have an associated company or a distributor in just about every country in the world.
Do you now?
Look here, can't I get you a drink? Gin and tonic, all right?
Fine.
How about you, Miss Starr?
Oh, please. Call me Suzy.
Suzy.
She'll have the same.
Oh, well, actually, I hardly ever touch it.
In a big sun.
But since we're celebrating, I'll have the merest sip of yours. Salute.
Look, if your business is that big, what on earth are you doing dabbling in show business?
Well, I needed an outlet when my wife died. She died last year.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, we've been very close, you see, married a long time. I felt I needed a change, something with no associations.
Oh, I can so understand that.
But I believe you can.
I'm an extremely intuitive person.
Yes.
Yes. I could feel, I don't know, a sort of sense of loss about you the moment we came into the room.
Isn't that amazing?
Amazing.
Excuse me.
I don't mind telling you, I felt drawn to you the minute you came in. In fact, I was hoping to persuade you to have dinner with me.
Oh.
Both of you, of course.
Oh, lovely.
How hospitable.
I booked a table at Rules.
That's my favourite restaurant.
Good.
Hey, just a minute. What about dinner with Patrick?
Oh, but darling, Patrick's your date, not mine. It was sweet of you to ask me to tag along, but, if Mr. Millett wouldn't be too bored with just me for company.
By Jove, no.
You sure?
Certain.
I see.
Well, if you're ready,
Ready.
say hello to Patrick, darling.
Good night, Miss Lewis.
Have a good one now.
Oh, don't let her have the prawns. It makes her come out in lumps.
You're not still mad at me?
No. Though I can't think why you behaved absolutely abominably.
Oh, darling, I'm sorry, but I couldn't resist it. Pat, he is loaded. Caviar and champagne until it was coming out of my ears, and duck à l'orange and crepe Suzette for Suzy's supper.
I bet you had to sing for it.
And then home in a rolls the size of this room, and no funny biz.
Do you mean you said after all that old Millett didn't even get his oats?
You can be very coarse sometimes.
Must be catching.
No, all he wanted was a chaste good night, or rather good morning kiss.
And that's all you got?
But of course.
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, I'm not. I am pure as Snow White as far as Herbert's concerned.
Oh, come on. You've been known to leap into bed on the strength of a cup of rehearsal room coffee.
Well, that's the Robin Hood in me. Take from the rich, give to the needy.
Everybody's made Miriam.
Oh, shut up. The thing is that Herbert respects me. He even showed me a snap of his dear departed. Dog. Crafts, darling. First prize for best British bulldog. Not that he's exactly Paul Newman.
Oh, well, you know what they say.
A girl can't always have everything. What's that?
Robert Redford.
Oh, we should be so lucky.
Miss Suzy Starr.
For me?
Miss Starr?
Oh, not for me.
Well, is she here?
Yeah, I'll sign for them. Hang about. There you go.
Thanks a lot.
Who's a clever girl, then?
Wow.
I've done my best to make them wither between here and the front door.
Oh, he doesn't do things by halves, does he?
Herbert,
Would you say he was hooked?
I'd say it was yours for the taking. And I'm green with envy. It's real.
I'm engaged to Mr. Worthing, Mamma.
Pardon me, you are not engaged to anyone. When you do become engaged to someone, I, or your father, should his health permit it, will inform you of the fact.
It has always been a girlish dream of mine to love someone whose name was Ernest. There is something in that name that seems to inspire absolute confidence. I pity any poor young married woman whose husband is not called Herbert.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Are you sure you've only held hands? Cake or bread and butter?
Bread and butter, please. Cake is rarely seen in the best houses nowadays. Kindly hand that to Miss Blair.
Giggling on the stage.
You have filled my tea with lumps of sugar. And though I distinctly asked for bread and butter,
Practical jokes.
you have given me cake.
I'll speak to them.
You speak to them.
Do you like it better with the collar down or up?
I'd like it better on me.
Suzy, I put up with your pranks today because I need Herbert's money, but I warn you, you come on stage in his latest offering,
Latest
there'll
offering?
be trouble.
What is it?
See for yourself, it's outside the stage door.
I can't wait.
The imagination absolutely boggles.
Nice. Yeah, nice one, baby.
Shall we see if it works?
What are you going to do for an encore?
Have to sit on the backpack.
I think I forgot how to drive, right?
I wonder what the catch is.
The catch is, he wants to marry me.
Figures?
I reckon it's the nice way of trying to get his presents back.
You want to marry him?
Of course not. I don't even fancy him. On the other hand, I don't want to lose this golden goose.
You can't eat your cake and have it.
Why not?
It looks really good on you.
Leave it to me in your will.
Oh, but of course.
Well, the bride and groom.
Thank you.
You'll be next.
Yes, indeed.
Where are you going for your honeymoon?
Well, we're staying here, as a matter of fact.
Oh, but the Barbican's only 3 minutes away.
It's just while Herbert has his dreary old penthouse to be decorated.
While Suzy has my perfectly adequate penthouse turned into an Arabian Nights fantasy.
But darling, tenting so cozy.
Just teasing, darling. Suzy didn't want to be too far away in case the decorator wanted to see her. Let's get some more champagne.
Wait till you see him. Decorator.
John Travolta?
With the merest hint of Steve McQueen.
Makes sense, wouldn't you say?
It's a bore, but one has to make oneself available.
You know, that's the wonderful thing about Suzy. I've never known her not make herself available when she was wanted.
Absolutely.
It has always been a girlish dream of mine to have someone to say, I miss you.
Well,
There is something in that name that seems to inspire absolute
good
confidence.
things come to an end.
Is that all you've got to say?
I'll miss you, of course. If that's what he wants. You know me. Never offend a backer.
Why, oh, why?
So you're finally going to turn in your equity card?
Well, it's not exactly as if it was paid up.
So much for combining marriage with a career.
You know, that's the wonderful thing about being married to a rich man. It suddenly makes the rat race lose its appeal. Mind you, if Patrick hadn't decided to go back to his wife, or even if that decorator hadn't preferred sailors.
You don't have to make excuses. I'd do the same if I had the chance.
Oh, your turn will come.
Ah, I doubt it.
It will. And when it does, you better make sure that you milk it for all it's worth.
I'm not an expert like you.
Well, then you better just learn. If you don't grab the goodies while
No,
you're young...
don't moralize. It's more than I can bear.
I'm just being practical.
But you grabbed this particular bunch of goodies right from underneath my nose.
Proves my point, right?
Do you know, Suzy, there are times when I could cheerfully murder you.
Adios, amigo.
Thanks.
Good night, Pet.
Good night, Jonathan. So what's the trouble?
Anniversary dinner last night. 3 months of wedded bliss.
And they said it wouldn't last.
Souvenir?
That ain't Woolworths.
Soft lights, champagne, and Herbert announces that he wants to become a father.
What did you do?
I almost threw up.
Well, how are you going to wriggle your way out of this one?
Well, his dear departed couldn't manage to get pregnant in all those years, right? Right. So I'm going to have to tell Herbert the same sad story.
Yes, but there's all those tests and things.
Oh, I'm going to have them all. Do you remember my friendly Harley Street gynecologist?
Dr. Octopus.
He owes me a favor, doesn't he?
He certainly does.
And he's going to have to tell Herbert the bad news. He can't be a daddy.
Suzy, do you know I actually begin to feel sorry for Herbert as time goes by?
Well, I might. If I hadn't met this tennis player who looks just like Alain Delon. I tell you, Pat, play your cards right, and a girl just might have everything.
One of these days, Herbert's going to rumble you.
Nuts. The husband's always the last to know.
Your attention, please, for British Airway passengers for Geneva. Please join their flight.
If he wasn't older than God and a crushing bore, I could be quite fond of Herbert. He is so gullible. He decided he wanted me to go to Stuttgart with him this weekend. To a toy fair. Can you imagine me at a toy fair? Yes. I invented this ailing aunt in Wales.
Did he believe you?
Oh, you thought it. Hook, line, and sinker. Like this.
Suzy,
Herbert.
what are you doing here? And who's this?
What did you say? What could I say? I mean, even I couldn't convince Herbert that I was flying to Wales, not with Paris plastered all over my hand baggage.
How did he take it?
He turned very nasty.
Divorce?
And much worse than that. Like he wants me out of the penthouse by the time he gets back, and no maintenance. He's even going to sue to get back his presents.
Well, you did rather ask for it, didn't you?
Well, there's no need to sound so pleased about it. I looked after you when the going was good, didn't I?
No.
How can you say that?
Because it's true. If anyone looked after me, it was Herbert. At least he gave me the odd glass of champagne. All you ever did was to show off your presents and crow on about how you were running rings round the poor booby.
Well, I'll make up for it.
People like Herbert don't grow on trees, you know.
I know. Hence my master plan to get him back, for which I need your help.
Now what?
Sit down. My attempted suicide.
Oh, I'll help with that gladly.
I've got this brilliant idea. The sinner repents. For you. Here's my suicide note.
I hope you remember to make your hands shake.
Yes, it's even tear-stained. I can't afford to screw this one up. Where else would I find a cash dispenser like Herbert?
A girl can't always have everything.
Now listen. Tomorrow, I'm booked into our honeymoon suite at the Savoy because it's only 3 minutes away from our penthouse. You're going to come there with me. Herbert's due back at 7 o'clock. You start calling him at 6:45.
What for?
To make sure he's there. Oh, you are slow. When he answers, you hang up. And then I can start timing everything.
Like what?
Like swallowing a whole bottle of sleeping pills.
Suzy? Don't mess around with sleeping pills. I'd be scared stiff.
Well, I'm scared a bit.
Well, then don't take them. Just pretend to.
I've got to. It's got to look as real as possible.
Yes, but what if something goes wrong?
That's why I'm working on every detail. Now, the moment that you know that Herbert is there, you rush right over and you give him this.
What do I tell Herbert?
You tell him that when you got home, you found this along with this.
Dear Pat, please see that Herbert gets this.
Of course, you're very puzzled by the whole thing, but you know how upset I've been by the breakup, so you rush right over. Got it?
I'm beginning to.
And the minute he opens the letter,
wham.
You better pretend to be a little stunned yourself.
Yes.
Now, you've got to make sure that Herbert gets to me in time to slap me awake. Hurry, hurry, you've got to save her. Call a doctor.
And to be on the safe side, I will call a doctor.
Dr. Octopus.
Oh, of course.
Hopefully he gets there after Herbert saved my life. Forgive me, Herbert. There's nothing to forgive, my darling. It was all my fault. Oh, Herbert. Oh, Suzy. Tears of joy.
Clinch.
Fade out. Academy Award.
Won't be a dry eye in the house.
After a shock like that, I don't think that Herbert will ever question a thing I do again.
I think you can safely count on that.
I'll be able to eat my cake and have it too. I'm planning on leaving my hair loose, but do you think I should wear a sexy black negligee, or should it be pure white and, don't laugh, virginal?
Oh, the pure look. Definitely.
Ring him again.
I only rang him 5 minutes ago.
I can't stand the suspense.
I've never known you have first night nerves like this before.
I've never had a first night like this before. Ring him.
Okay.
Herbert Millet?
Get the show on the road.
You think it's going to work?
Yes, like a dream. I'll ring you as soon as he leaves the flat, then you can start taking the pills.
You've got the suicide note?
Yes.
And my note to you?
Yes.
Well, we never had parts like this in the theatre.
Right.
Knock him in the aisles, kid.
I'll do my best.
Pat? Wish me luck.
Oh, I do, darling.
Room 203, please.
Yes?
Suzy? Suzy, listen, I've been thinking. I don't think we should go through with this.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm not going to give all this up now. I just hope that you've pushed the creep out of the door.
Yes. Yes, I did. He's on his way.
I feel terrible wearing this.
I know Suzy would have wanted you to have it.
Do you really think so?
I still can't quite believe it. Suzy, of all people. I never imagined her killing herself.
I don't suppose she did.
Huh?
I mean, these things happen. You mustn't blame yourself.
You know, Pat, you're really rather a wonderful person.
Thank you, Herbert.
No, I mean it. I just don't know how I'd have got through these past few weeks without you.
I only wish I could have done more to help.
Would you like to have lunch with me?
Thank you. That would be lovely.
Rules all right?
My favorite restaurant.
I hope it won't be too dull for you. I'm afraid I'm not back at the top of my form yet.
Well, a girl can't always have everything.